What's up, math scholars and math haters? This is Mr. W. We're going to tackle question 37 in the third grade questions that North Carolina released this past school year. We can see that Lacey has a bookcase with 6 shelves. She used only 4 of the shelves, and she put 6 books on each shelf. And we're trying to figure out another way that Lacey could put the same number of books in the bookcase, but this time use all of the shelves. And the skills that we're going to need to do really well on a question like this are knowing our times tables and working through a multi-step problem. Now, this problem probably has the trickiest method of solving of any problem that North Carolina put out on the third grade questions, even though the math is really simple. So we're going to have to tackle this one step at a time, and we're actually going to have to take only a couple of the numbers at a time in order to do this problem right. So to start with, it's asking for the same number of books. So we first need to figure out, in the first way that Lacey put up the books, how many books did she use? And I'm going to look at my word each and say that each is times. If you see the word each or the word every or the word per, you know you're going to end up multiplying something. So I'm going to take my number of books and multiply it by my number of shelves. 6 books times 4 shelves equals 24. Now, this is an answer, but it's not the answer we're looking for because we have to do one more multiplication and kind of work backwards a bit. So now, we're going to use this same framework, the number of books times the number of shelves, and we're going to say that that still equals 24, but this time, Lacey has to use all of the shelves. In the first part, she only used 4 of them, and now she's using 6. So I'm going to go ahead and set up another multiplication problem and say that for books times shelves again, some number of books times 6 shelves equals 24 total books. And that is a 6. I know it's blurred a little bit by the watermark. But at this point, I'm going to go ahead and use fact families, and I'm going to flip this around a little bit and say that if some number times 6 equals 24, then 24 divided by 6 is going to equal that number that I don't know. This is 24 divided by 6. And if I want to plug that in my calculator, or if I want to use my times tables, or if I can work backwards from this thing right here, if 6 times 4 is 24, then it should work that 4 times 6 is 24, 24 divided by 6 is 4. Either way, this now is our books number, and I'm very glad that they didn't put 6 books down as another answer choice, because that would have been confusing as all get out. But we had to do a couple multiplication problems, working backwards on one of them in order to get that we're putting 4 books on each shelf, so our answer is going to be choice B.